Erin, great to have you on the show.
Hi, good morning.
Now, you are here for a very important subject. You're in Brisbane to advocate for better workplace safety. What are you advocating for?
Well, for certainly, we're in a moment here where I think we really need to be listening to the people and the workers on the issue of silicosis. Everybody's very well aware of mesothelioma, and the silicosis is becoming a big problem for the employees and for the workers who are cutting this stone. They are developing diseases and they are literally dropping dead. So we have a moment here where we need to get the awareness out there and begin to protect these employees in what is appearing to be a pattern of illness and disease within these stone cutters and developing silicosis.
Right. It's really very, very interesting. Erin, let's first go back to that famous 1996 case. You were a legal clerk at the time. You had no formal training. What was this, the case that, what was it about that case that made you want to take action?
The people. And it's exactly what wants me to take action on the issues here in Australia and the silicosis. I don't understand why we don't listen to the people who are in the environment, that are being exposed and having patterns of health issues that could quickly turn into a public health crisis, and we just kind of tune them out. So it is always the people and the communities, when they come to me, that are exhibiting a pattern of a problem that I listen to. And that's what gets me involved every time. And there's our friend again. Keeps visiting.
So what was it that had alerted your attention to this problem of silicosis?
People email me. I can't believe, and I was watching the clips in the beginning, 23 years ago, I was working in these issues. And the issue is more important and more prominent today than it was then. And that says a lot about what we're not paying attention to. And being involved out here with the groups that email me, getting involved, learning from them, and creating an awareness where they can begin to protect themselves. We get involved, then we can get our leadership involved on how we have safer environments for not only employees and these stone cutters, but for all of us in the United States and here in Australia. So we have better health and welfare.
Erin, can I ask you a question? When Julia Roberts plays you in a film of your life, and we can talk about that in a second, but when you walk into a room now after that, and after winning that extraordinary case, and then someone says, in Brisbane says, well, I'll tell you who we're going to get for the case, Erin Brockovich, and then you actually walk in, does that make the other side of that table go, sit up and take notice and say, okay, this could be really serious for us? Do you find that name recognition helps you?
It has. It's a real double-edged sword. So they'll either want to work with me or they'll just shut the door on me. So it's a double-edged sword. But, it's just been a positive message. I was very proud of the film. And again, I think we all forget how important our environment is and our health and welfare for ourselves and our family. And that's the general message. And so I'm not always coming in there to, upset a corporation, but we have to take a look at when something's gone wrong and we're jeopardizing our health and welfare. We have to speak up and say something.
Can we just quickly take a look back at Erin Brockovich, because you did appear in the film. We just want to have a look at that.
Mommy, can I have a cheeseburger deluxe with no cheese and no bread?
Did you get that? Yeah. And she will have a cup of chicken broth and a few crackers, please.
And for you?
Just a cup of coffee.
Okay. Mommy.
Also can act?
Yes, can act as well.
Can act.
But your name badge, it says Julia R.
Right?
That's really clever. So
It is really.
Was that your
weird.
idea, Erin?
No, it was Steven Soderbergh's idea, and I didn't want to do that. I was afraid. I mean, I'm not an actress, and I was really thrust into something, and so I was very nervous standing there. Julia Roberts is sitting there playing Erin, and I'm standing here being Erin as a waitress playing Julia, and I was like, this is really kind of weird.
It is very
It's great.
surreal.
It was.
Just quickly before we lose you, you're one of the very first environmental crusaders and taking that legally through a system as well. What do you think of what's happening around the world and young activists like Greta Thunberg and people like that?
I think it's amazing. Listen, they are our future, and they are the generations that could really be affected by so many environmental issues. And we've got to remember, when we have these environmental issues, we're impacting our health and welfare. And they're rising up and are going to push for a better future for themselves. I couldn't be more proud of them. I support them. It's a great message, and it's one that everybody in this planet needs to hear. And without good air, water, and food, what becomes of us?
Erin Brockovich, it's great having you on the show. Thank you for coming out and taking care of Brisbane workers as well. We really do appreciate your time.
Thank you
Thanks,
for
Erin.
having me on.